Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan Guerin. I am the Instruction and Outreach Librarian at Coker Library, and I'm going to be taking you through how to access a lot of the resources, especially the electronic resources that are going to be most useful for you. And then I'm also going to walk you through how to request books from the library and then how to pick them up. So I'm going to show you the form that you're going to use, kind of walk you through that, and show you how to get all the information you need to complete the form, and also give you the show you where to find the phone numbers that you can call us when you come up to pick up the books. But right now, a lot of the information you see on the screen, make sure you take note of all of this. If you want to contact me directly, this is going to be my email address. The other reference librarian here is Todd Ricks. He is our library director. This is going to be his email address. If you would rather just send one email to both of us at the same time, you can use the reference@coker.edu email address, and that will send email to both myself and Todd Ricks, and we'll get in contact with you as quickly as possible. And then this is going to be probably the most useful information to you. This is going to be your username and password. This is going to be what you're going to use to actually be able to access the resources off campus, since all this is basically going to have to be off campus for you guys. Make sure you're using this information right here. So whenever you do try to access a database for the first time, or really any time when you're off campus, there'll be a little box that'll pop up in the top left-hand corner of your screen. It'll ask you for a username and a password. This is the information you're going to put in there to be able to then access all the databases and a lot of the information that I'm going to show you in this video. So to get to any of that, you're going to want to make sure you go to library.coker.edu. It's going to be our main homepage here, and this is going to be where you're going to access all the databases and also the catalog to find the resources that you need for your assignments. So the easiest way to get to the databases is going to be just to hover over Research Help and click Databases. It's going to take you to our A to Z database page. It's going to be where you can go to all of our subject-specific databases, our big interdisciplinary databases. And that's where you're going to be to go to access that. This is where you're going to go to access any ebooks. I would recommend using this section for searching ebooks as opposed to just searching through the catalog. You'll find a lot better results using the options here. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in this video in terms of how to actually search these databases, but I am going to attach some video tutorials to a YouTube playlist to go along with this video. So I highly recommend once you actually start digging into the databases, you start trying to search those, to look at those how-to videos to be able to better navigate those resources. So that's basically what you're going to be wanting to focus on under the research help section. Services and support's not going to be overly useful for you. And then about us, mostly you're going to want to focus on hours and contact us. And I'll show you that in a little while. But let's say you do want to go ahead and look at some databases. I'm just going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. When you click that, you're going to get these lists here. If you want to look at very specific subject areas, just drop that box down and you can just go to any of these areas here. So let's say maybe you're wanting to look in psychology. If you click that, it's going to give you some databases that we recommend you look at. Not all of these are going to be super helpful, but one thing I do want to point out is always, notice that basically whenever you go to any of these subject-specific database pages, they're always going to list these two at the very top. I highly recommend using these two before you start really digging into these individual databases. These are interdisciplinary databases, and more or less they're going to cover all of the different subject-specific databases that we recommend you look at. So you could go to Academic Search Complete, do one big search, and it's going to also include articles from like the big three psychology databases, and also the same with Social Index, sociology, a lot of those other areas. So first and foremost, I always just kind of recommend just kind of stick with these two right here at first. And the other videos that I am going to include with this that are actually going to take you through how to search these two, I only focus on these two mostly because this is an EBSCOhost database, this is a Gale database, and those are going to be your big database providers. So just to kind of show you what I'm talking about very briefly, if you click on Academic Search Complete, you're going to notice that you get to this search page here. If we go back and we click on one of the big psychology databases, so all three of these are super good, really good to use. If you click on that, you'll notice you come back to the exact same page. So if you learn how to search using Academic Search Complete, you're going to know how to search any other database that pops up and looks like this. So basically any EBSCOhost database that looks like this, you'll know how to search it, you'll know how to interact with the articles by just watching the video that I include, the tutorial for how to search Academic Search Complete. The same is going to go for Academic OneFile as well. This is a Gale database, so it's going to look slightly different. But any Gale database that you come up on, if you're looking through the list and you click any of the links and it brings you to a Gale database, you're going to search them all the exact same way. So make sure that you do look at those video tutorials for Academic Search Complete and Academic OneFile. They're going to help you be able to navigate those, search those, and then you'll basically be ready to go for any other database that you might think you need or might try to search. I'm also including a tutorial on how to search Science Direct. This one looks a little different, but again, it's fairly easy to search once you kind of know how to navigate the different parts, because it is a bit different. But you also do have your advanced search options, which makes it a little easier. But again, I have another video on that, so if you are interested in searching Science Direct, highly recommend you checking that video out before you start digging into that database. But anyway, if you are wanting to look for articles, this is mostly for academic articles. You can also find newspaper articles, magazine articles in these databases. This is where you're going to want to go for that, to start searching for those. I'll also include one for Credo Reference. Credo Reference is more of a reference service, so it's more of like a reliable academic version of like a Wikipedia in a way. So this is kind of where you would want to go if you have to have that kind of information. If you want really good background information, foundational information on topics, this is the database you're going to want to use for that. And again, I'll have another video linked into this playlist that will also cover how to search Credo Reference. All right, and so that's going to cover mostly the databases, especially the article databases. If we go back to the main page, you'll also see ebooks. This is where you're going to want to go for ebooks. We recommend mostly searching these first two here. Springer can be pretty good, but some of their resources are locked, and even our subscription can get access to that. But you should be able to get full text access to everything in these two, so we highly recommend using these two ebook databases. Again, I am linking a how-to video in terms of how to access these and search these, so please check that out if you are wanting to utilize ebooks for your resources. So if we go back home, let's say you are wanting to search the catalog to find print books. So how are you going to go about doing that, and then how are you going to pick them up? So what you'll want to do is we have sent a form that you will fill out, and this is what that Google form should look like. So what you will do is you will go in and you will put in your email address, your full name, your mobile number, and then you'll have this section here where if you are wanting to request a book, you will need to give us the title, the author, and the permalink from our catalog. And this is going to be the link to the catalog. So you can click this if you just have the form. You can click this and it will take you to our catalog. If you are on our main page and you want to get to the catalog, you would just scroll down to the bottom and click this, and it will take you to the catalog. I'm going to go ahead and click this. And it should bring you here. Now once you're in here, again, it may ask you to put in your login information up there. It may not. I'm not 100% sure how this works in terms of that access information. But if it does, again, just put your username and password in there and access this. If not, if it just pops up, you should be good to go in terms of searching. Do not worry about actually using the sign in here. click Advanced Search, and then once you're here, what you'll want to do is you will want to click Coker University Catalog. So click that, and then also make sure you are clicking Books. All right, so that way you are guaranteed to just find any kind of physical books that we have here. The rest of this stuff is not going to be useful for you in terms of searching the catalog. So once you're in here, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just use climate change as an example. And you will get your results down here. Now you can limit it a little more if you want to. If you just want to look at books that are held by our library, that's fine. If you're finding a few ebooks that are actually popping up that might seem useful, available online, you can click those and you may get access to that. Again, you're more guaranteed to get access to the ebooks if you use the ebook databases, but you could still give these a try if you wanted to. But I would recommend, especially if you're just looking for print books, to just go held by library. And so now you're guaranteed to basically only get results that should be held by us. And you'll see there, you'll see the books in here where it's available at, and it will actually show you the location and everything. That's not going to be super useful for you since you're not going to be able to come into the library and search for these. But if we ever get to the point where you're able to, this is where you're going to find that. So they'll show you where it's on the second floor, and it will give you the call number. And then you can actually go and get the book that way. And this is going to actually say whether it's available or not. So as long as that's there, books should be available. And then this is where you can also get all the information you need to fill out that form. So remember, with the form, you need the title, author, and permalink. In this area, again, you have your book title, you have your author, and to get the permalink, just click on that icon there. It'll get you the permanent link here. That is going to be the link you are going to need to include. Do not use this URL. That's not going to be any good to us. Just make sure you are copying this and pasting that into this area of the form, so that way we can actually get back to the book in case maybe there's something wrong with the title or the author and it's not pulling up. Maybe you missed a letter in the author name or the title name and we're not able to pull it up by searching. We will always have this to kind of fall back on. And that's going to be it. Once you send that, we will get that. We will go pull the books for you. We will hold them for you. And then we will contact you either by email or your phone number, mostly by email. Let you know that they're ready. You just come up, and once you're here, just give our front desk a call, and we will get your materials and take them out to you. So the number you're going to want to use, again, if you come back here, come to our About Us section. If you go to Contact Us, this is the phone number you're going to want to use to call the front desk. So just use that number, call the front desk. They'll answer the phone. Just tell them that you are a Hartsville High IB student. You're here to pick up your books. They may ask you for your name or whatever, so that way they know which books to pick up in case we have multiple sets of books. And then we'll get them and we'll bring them out to you. Same thing again, if you need our reference email, it's also right here under Contact Us. You can just do the email, reference@coker.edu. And then also the other really useful thing here is going to be our hours. Click that. It's going to show you all the hours and days that we're going to be open from here on out through the end of the semester. So that way you'll know kind of when you need to come and pick up any materials you have. So that's going to basically cover the basic overview of all the resources, how to access them, how to access the databases, ebooks, catalog. You'll go about doing that by using the library.coker.edu website. So I hope that's useful. I hope it's helpful. Again, for more in-depth looks at the databases and the catalog, please make sure you view the other videos that I have attached to the playlist. And if you have any other questions after that, please make sure you send us an email and we will get in contact with you as quickly as possible. If we can solve the problem over the email, we'll do that. If we need to set up a Google Meet appointment, we can do that as well. So this is going to be your information again. Again, this is going to be your username and password. And yeah, thanks for viewing. I hope you all have a wonderful day.